back in there for Charlie Toomey. He's been lights out. So the nightcap of the 4 games today after 4 yesterday, and a trip to the quarterfinals on the line from the Mile High City at Peter Barton Stadium. And we go to the Faceoff X. Alex Stathakis, part of the two-headed tandem for Denver. We will see TD Ierlan as well, going up against a veteran for Loyola, one of the best to ever do it in the Patriot League, in Bailey Savio. And the first face-off to Stathakis in Denver.
He's an amazing young man and leader, and just happy to see him competing at a high level, and that's a big-time goal there to get Denver on the scoreboard.
Told us he came back for his 5th year because he just wanted to put on that Pios jersey one more time for one more. Everyone was winding down, and the whole team gets a message. Come on down to the ballroom, wear your masks, and sit 3 to a table. And that's when they got the news that they were withdrawing from the next day's Patriot League championship game.
Offensive players, is particularly when it's top corner 100 miles an hour. Good luck.
Sophomore LSM who is from Aurora.
Lacrosse minds that obviously I've ever interacted with. He's also one of the smartest people I've ever interacted with. when we would have our training and our 2-mile run at the beginning of the season, he kept the average for the team in his head.
I think we have seen that, as it's been a different mix of teams with the Loyola breakthrough in 2012 and Denver, of course, in 15.
I think it has to do just with overall talent. There's a lot more youth that will break through and penetrate this Denver defense.
Something that Bill Tierney, like any coach that goes up against Loyola, said is going to be a big factor for the Greyhounds. And how about Bailey Savio of the year for the sophomore from Dublin, Ohio? 2nd team All-Patriot League. We told you he's played in the midfield and on attack as well. And a violation on Loyola.
To get to the interior, and then the second one just strategically set up to get his right hand free. Loyola in the first quarter, 2 of 11 shooting. This quarter, 3 for 3. They've scored on their last 4 shots. Feeling it.
You saw the 2 goals in 75 seconds for James himself, a 3-goal margin. Stathakis was scrapping for that. They played with Pat Spencer. They came in, and a lot was expected of them. Charlie Toomey threw a lot at him right away. We were chatting with Aiden this week, and he said, look, we were a 160-pound freshman playing with a once-in-a-generation type player. We had to learn pretty quickly.
National championship, they lost in the final the next year. And they've taken their talents to Denver.
Ierlan had it initially, and then Loyola whisks it away.
The hard work of the initial offense opens up. It makes your life so much easier as a passer.
And whether it's first line or second line midfielders, Charlie Toomey.
And Kotler did a nice job of getting it out of his stick quickly, which effectively means placement's irrelevant. If you can get it in and out and the goalie is moving, they have no chance to stop the ball, no matter where you put it.
Kotler capitalized with a man-up goal, and off the scrum. They did miss the NCAA tournament in 19, last time there was one. First time that had been the case under Bill Tierney. And on the all-important face-off, 2 flags come from Aiden Olmstead, goes in as a goal. And that's a season high in percentage for any quarter this season for the Greyhounds. 10 out of 15 face-offs went to Denver in the first half, but Loyola scrapped to grab some possessions, and TD Ierlan takes the first draw of quarter number 3.
Feel the energy from the Denver sideline more than anything they had in the first half. And then my big, bold prediction. Undone immediately.
I was willing to gloss over it, but Alex Stathakis. If you were with us at halftime, you heard an Inside Lacrosse first-team All-American with a season in which he has surpassed how many goals he had combined in his first 3 years.
That's improvement.
That plays for the senior from Milford, Ohio, outside of Cincinnati. And the violation goes. Finished his time there, second all-time in points with 220. He only had 1 shot, Matt, in the first half, and already more involved here coming out of halftime. And now TD Ierlan wins the face-off.
In the second half, he is a pinch and pop forward, and he can create transition. too easy for the Pioneers. And this is what's great about lacrosse. It's a game of runs. TD Ierlan feeling it. And Denver changes it up again. They have two good faceoff guys. I'm not making that change because Ierlan can push in transition. Stathakis is not that player.
Towards on a word favorite in your eyes?
I think so. He's... Hanna gets his 36th goal of the season. Denver inching its way closer and closer.
They had 4 goals the entirety of the first half. They've got 5 here in the third, and there's TD Ierlan with another face-off win, firing
Jackson
on
Morrow with the big-time goal.
You get your wish here. TD Ierlan, pinch and pop, wins another. That has not disappointed at all, and it's Bailey Savio and TD Ierlan at the face-off dot to start the fourth, where Loyola's been good all season. Ierlan wins another, and you think keep riding him?
Absolutely. Stathakis is great. Ierlan's a legend.
Maybe lets up momentarily, thinking they've killed it off.
They're potentially saying, hey, you got to go find your man. We're playing man-to-man. And then you lose focus.
For the game at the face-off dot, and that's what we've come to expect from him. New rules or not.
Right, and he was the difference maker in the third quarter for Denver. Got them back in this contest. He is going to have to be that impact player here in the fourth quarter. The beauty for Denver, if you're down 3, that's not the same as another team being down 3, because you're going to get possession after possession after possession. He will be the difference in this game. Mark my words, if Denver's able to come back and win.
He won 5 straight there. Bill Tierney was saying to us, we were probably the only school where it worked and it all came together for him to join us. He was eligible for team activities March 20th off another win. Hanna almost scored, and on the rebound it's Ethan Walker. His second of the game. And it's Ierlan again. Bill Tierney said we had our deans working with Yale's deans to figure it all out, and he is making a huge impact. Senior midfielder from Tucson, Arizona. Been on the first line midfield for Denver for 4 years. And Ierlan wins another one.
Great clock management for Loyola.
It's a Loyola team that didn't even watch the selection show this time last week together. They got on a Zoom right afterward. And then they met in film on Monday, and Charlie Toomey said to us, we had to celebrate things once we got there. So they got fired up for the first 5 minutes of film, but hold on a sec. Denver makes it a 1-goal game again with Jack Hanna.